Hello, and welcome back to the Colonel's Corner. Today I'd like to talk about leadership, specifically my leadership philosophy. As I mentioned in my introduction, I have 26 years in service, 9 years teaching Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps students and cadets, 30 plus years in coaching. So I know a little bit about motivating people to get things done, sometimes when they want to and sometimes when they don't want to. I can tell you about leadership theory, and we can start and go all the way back and say, we're going to talk about trait theory and the great man theory and situational leadership and behavioral leadership and the LMX theory and path goal theory and servant leadership and on and on. Ultimately, there are all kinds of leadership theories, and every one of them sounds good when you read about it in a book. Okay, but when you put it into action, I like to keep it simple. Okay, and by simple, I narrowed my leadership philosophy down to 3 rules. Rule number 1, you got to give a shit. All right, you have to develop a relationship with the people you work with. You have to love them and care about them so that no matter what problems you have, you're willing to go the extra mile to overcome those problems. Whether it's training, all right, you do whatever you have to do to train those people to overcome something. If you have a weakness, you work on it. If you're an introvert, you learn to speak publicly so that you can communicate with the people that you work with. Okay, you just have to care enough to be willing to take the time and effort to overcome the setbacks that get in your way from success. The second one is you got to show up every day. If you're not there, you're not leading squat. All right, whoever is there in your stead is now leading your organization or leading your folks. So you've got to show up. You've got to be committed. Granted, nobody can be there 24/7. There's going to be days when we all have to take a knee and take a breather and recharge the batteries. But 99% of the time, as a leader, you should be there and set the standard with your personal example. Now, the third one, be consistent, and that's be consistent with your ethics, values, morals. Right? I always tell my kids, I'm going to let you do it your way, unless it's a safety hazard or unless it's illegal, unethical, or immoral. And in that case, I'm going to say stop. We got to move on, and we got to figure out a different way to do it. So, again, my leadership philosophy in a nutshell: give a shit. Show up every day, be consistent. If you can do those 8 words, you can be successful in this business and in life. And that's this edition of the Colonel's Corner.